Hi and greeting to everyone. Alright, so this is the second video, or I can say this is the second part of Introduction to Organic Chemistry. Now, this is the second subtopic with the title Functional Groups and Homologous Series. So as you can see, like I said, this is the second subtopic, and in this subtopic we have 5 learning outcomes. And I can say that part of it you have learned previously in SPM, which is like the homologous series and some of the functional groups, okay? But this time you learn more about other functional groups as well, okay? So take note that for this subtopic, it is C1 and C2, which means it is only covered in your UPS. However, now since this is an introduction, and the basic for organic chemistry. Therefore, even though it is C1 and C2, but you have to know, okay, because this is the basic for you to learn the other chapter of organic chemistry. Okay, so to begin, let's start with what is functional groups. Okay, if you look at your notes, or if you look in these notes as well, actually, functional groups too, we can say it is an atom or a group of atom. Okay, so it is an atom or group of atom dalam satu molecule, dalam satu organic molecule, and functional group ini yang akan memberikan karakteristik kepada molekul itu, and then it gives the chemical properties. Okay, so you might wonder what is the meaning of an atom or a group of atom. So I give you an example. Okay, so kalau an atom ini contohnya like chlorine, apa lagi? Br, what else? Let me think. Yeah, usually this one only. Tapi kalau group of atom tu contohnya macam alkohol kan? Dia punya functional group tu OH. So ini kalau kita tengok ada 2 atom, and that is why we call it group of atoms, okay? And then somewhere else, what else? COOH, apa lagi COC. So ini semua group of atoms. Now, what is the importance of functional group? Of course, like I told you, it can classify, organic compound can be classified based on the functional group. Contohnya macam kalau dia ada chlorine, so kita tahulah dia adalah haloalken. Tapi kalau kita nampak dia ada OH, so kita tahu dia adalah alcohol. So it is used to classify the organic compound and also to help you to name the organic compound. And of course, you know what type of chemical reaction will the molecule undergoes. Okay, so memang sedikit saja pengenalan mengenai functional group. Therefore, we just directly start with what functional groups that you have to know. So we begin with alkane. Alkane. Okay, so alkane ni memang awak semua kenal. Okay, so apakah alkane? Alkane ni it only consists of C and H and all single bond. So kalau madam boleh bagi contoh, yang ini sahaja. Ini contoh-contoh alkane. And I believe awak semua tahu because ini paling asas. Okay, again, dia cuma ada single bond dan dia ada C dan dia hanya ada hydrogen sahaja. So there you go, this is alkane. Now let's proceed with alkene. Okay, yang ini pun awak kenal kan? Okay, kalau alkene, dia ada double bond. So kita ambil contoh C, double bond C, H. Okay, ini dah ambil contoh Alright, this one. Okay. So kalau awak ditanya, what is the functional group? Okay, functional group of alkene. So functional group dia adalah ini. So this one is known as carbon-carbon double bond. Okay, quick notes for all of you. Usually dalam exam dia akan tanya 2 benda. Satu, what is the class of compound. Okay, satu lagi dia akan tanya what is the functional group. So nanti dalam kalau tengok assignment dia akan keluar soalan ni. Okay, so what is class of compound? Class of compound adalah merujuk kepada ini. Okay, this is class of compound. Class of compound dia adalah alkene. Apa functional group dia? Functional group dia ini. Okay, but student tends to give double bond. Itu salah. Okay, you have to mention carbon, carbon, double bond. Carbon, carbon, double bond. Okay? Okay, so now let's take a look at alkyne. Okay, alkyne is a hydrocarbon. Okay, it's a hydrocarbon with triple bond. So, kalau madam boleh bagi contoh. C, H, H. Ini adalah salah satu contoh alkyne. Okay, salah satu contoh alkyne. So, functional group untuk alkyne adalah carbon, carbon, triple bond. Okay, dia macam ni. Okay, now let's proceed with arene. Okay, with arene. Okay, arene. Okay, arene is actually an aromatic ring ataupun kita panggil sebagai apa ni, benzin. Ni nanti kita akan belajar lebih lanjut ya. So, what is arene? Okay, this one. It is a ring. And you can see from the drawing it has like 3 double bond inside. But actually, for your information, okay, for your information guys, this is not a double bond. So, I will explain to you about this later on when we reach the chapter benzene. Okay, but what I want to know, if you have arene, this is the class of compound and the functional group is aromatic ring. Okay, so this is arene. Haloalkane. Now, haloalkane, dia punya functional group adalah anything from halogen group. Okay, for example, C, 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 H, 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 banyak H kan? Suddenly dia ada Cl. Okay. Dia macam alkane. So kalau you tengok almost all like alkane, but it has halogen. So that is why it is named as haloalkane. So if you were asked apa dia punya functional group, so selalunya kita akan bulatkan dia. So this is the functional group and the functional group is halogen. Now, beside chlorine, we have bromine, we have fluorine, we have iodine, or basically anything from group 17. Okay, so let's take a look at alcohol. This is the class of compound. So kalau kita nampak alcohol, the functional group will be the hydroxyl. So apa rupa bentuk alkohol Alright, C, 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 H, 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 H. So, apa dia punya functional group? OH. Okay. So, ini adalah contoh untuk alkohol. So, madam bulatkan ya. Ini dia punya functional group. Okay, phenol ni apa pula? Okay. Kalau awak dengar nama ol, phenol, alkohol, maksudnya dia ada hidroksil. Tak percaya? Tengok ni kan, functional group dia adalah, kalau awak tengok di sini adalah hidroksil. Okay, phenol. Tapi, what is phenol? So, basically, phenol is alcohol that has benzene ring. Okay, macam ni. Dia ada ini, dia ada ini. Tak cantik. Kejap. Okay, so dia ada ini dan ada ini. Dan functional group dia apa? Ini. Okay. So, phenol tu secara keseluruhan dia adalah hydroxyl. Okay, hydroxyl yang directly attached to the benzene. Okay, hydroxyl that is directly attached to the hydroxyl. So, what is the... Kalau awak diminta untuk identify kan, awak bulatkan sekali sebab dia special. Dia special. Awak bulatkan dia sekali. Phenol lah. Tapi kalau ditanya apa functional group, the answer is still hydroxyl. Okay? Okay, now we go to ether. So, ether ni apa dia punya functional group? Now, the functional group for ether is alkoxy. So, how do we know that it is ether? Okay, madam bagi contoh C, H, okay, sini pun ada H, tiba-tiba, okay, sekejap, madam nak padam, so, C. Nah, kemudian H. Tekanlah sini ada CH. Dia panjang lagi kan C dia. Macam ni. For example. So, okay, ether, dia punya functional group adalah alkoxy. So, alkoxy is this. COC. Clash of Clan. No. Itu game je. Main-main ya. Okay. But, if you find out something like this, COC, means this is ether, the whole this is ether, but the functional group, which is the one that I square, is alkoxy. Okay, now we go to aldehyde. So, what is aldehyde? Aldehyde, the functional group of aldehyde is carbonyl. So, usually carbonyl ni dia punya functional group adalah C double bond O. Okay, so inilah carbonyl. Okay, so macam mana bentuk aldehyde ni? Okay, so dia adalah H and here sambunglah apa-apa. Okay, selalunya kita akan letak R. R ni maksudnya the hydrocarbon chain. Okay, the hydrocarbon chain. So sebagai contoh, kalau madam padam R ini, madam lengkapkan dia. Mungkin dia ada CH2 ke, macam ni. Okay, CH2 and then CH3. So ini kita panggil dia sebagai R. Kalau awak nampak R tu maksudnya hydrocarbon. Okay, hydrocarbon yang panjang ataupun the chain. Tapi secara keseluruhannya, okay, madam padam bulatannya supaya awak nampak. Okay, secara keseluruhannya, the whole molecule, okay, the whole molecule is known as aldehyde. Okay, and then the carbonyl, if you were asked where is the functional group, ini functional group dia. Ini adalah carbonyl. Okay. So, beza dia adalah carbonyl ni attach dengan R dengan H. Okay, R dengan H. Okay, keton. Keton ni macam mana? Now, if you look here, the functional group for keton is carbonyl. So, dia hampir sama dengan, what we call this just now, aldehyde. But what makes them different? So, first thing first, since it has carbonyl, so this is the functional group. Okay, this is the functional group. But the difference is, kalau tadi aldehyde kan, aldehyde awak letak H kan dekat sini. Okay, awak letak H. Tapi kalau keton, no. Okay, keton no. Keton is, dia mesti diapit 2 carbon. Like this. Okay, dia punya carbonyl is in between 2 carbon. So, this one could be CH2, CH2, CH3. This one mungkin bolehlah CH2, CH3 lah, for example. Which means, this carbonyl is between 2 R. Okay, R. R tu simbol untuk tu lah, hydrocarbon. Okay, so between two R. So if you were asked to identify the whole molecule is a ketone but with the functional group carbonyl. So awak kena bulatkan di situ. Okay, so quick check again, like I said, aldehyde and ketone, they almost have the same functional group, but the difference is, okay, let's see. They have the same functional group, C double bond O. Sorry. They have C double bond O. But the difference is, this one with H and hydrocarbon, okay, hydrocarbon macam ni, ataupun Madden sebut tadi R kan. But for ketone, the carbonyl, okay, must be in between two carbon. Okay, for example, okay, 3. Okay, CH2, CH3. Okay, so this carbonyl is in between two carbon. But this aldehyde is in between one carbon and H. So selalunya aldehyde, selalunya lah untuk senang awak tengok, dia ni selalunya dekat hujung. The carbonyl is really at the terminal of the molecule. Paling hujung dekat molekul tu. Tapi kalau ketone, tengok, dia punya carbonyl is in between. Dia mesti berada di tengah-tengah. So pause this video, take 2 minutes to write something on your notes and that you know, tulislah something so that you know the difference between aldehyde and ketone and the similarity, which is they are having the same functional group, which is carbonyl. Okay, so carboxylic acid, apa pula carboxylic acid ni? I bet you guys pernah dengar kan? Okay, so the functional group of carboxylic acid is carboxyl. So apa bentuk carboxyl? Carboxyl is like this, C double bond O, OH. Okay, so this is carboxyl. So once you ada carboxyl, here your R juga, okay, doesn't matter lah how long is the hydrocarbon chain lah. For example, Madam mungkin buat macam ni, CH2, CH2, CH3. Okay, contoh lain lagi, C double bond O, OH. Okay, mungkin CH2, CH3. Okay, so dua-dua ini adalah carboxylic acid. And where is carboxyl? Where is the functional group? So here is the functional group. Here is the functional group. So kalau awak lihat carboxylic acid, this carboxyl always located at the end of the molecule, or we say at the terminal of the molecule. So ini dia, okay, inilah dia. Dia dekat ujung, dia tak pernah ada dekat tengah-tengah. Okay, please remember that. So, what is ester? Ester is a combination of, if I can say, carboxylic acid plus alkohol. Okay, masa awak SPM, awak belajar benda ni. Ester itu adalah something yang wangi. Awak buat minyak wangi kan? So, to produce minyak wangi, perfumes, you are going to combine carboxylic acid plus alcohol. Now, doesn't necessary carboxylic acid and alcohol, bukan semestinya perfume. Masa Madam, I'm not sure, I think SPM ke atau metric ke ataupun masa university, we did this experiment and we produced the smell of banana. So maksudnya banana punya bau tu memang boleh dihasilkan. Sebab tu orang boleh buat susu pisang. Okay, susu pisang tu. But sometimes there's no pisang in it. They just put the flavor and the flavor to make dia ada rasa ataupun ada bau macam pisang. Okay, now stop tetot-tetot. Now for ester, the functional group is carboalkoxy. So what macam mana rupa carboalkoxy ini? Okay, rupanya adalah seperti ini. C double bond O, O. Okay, and then connected with CH2, CH3 for example. And dekat tepi ni pun macam itu juga. CH2, CH3. But take note, yang bahagian merah ni, it can be longer or shorter than that lah. Tak ada masalah. But what I want you to see is that the carboalkoxy, okay, this is the functional group and it is always located in the middle. Okay, it comes from the combinations of carboxyl acid. Now if I can show you, mungkinlah kan awak macam macam mana madam kan. So macam ni, C double bond O, OH. Okay, yang satu lagi H, O, and then CH2, CH3. So they undergoes what we call as condensation, which is dia akan ambil ini, dia buang sini, so dia cantum, jadilah ester. But don't worry, for this one awak tak perlu tahu dahulu, okay? Yang madam ajar ni extra, but you no need to know, just information for you. The only thing that you need to focus is the what is carboalkoxy. How does it look like? Okay. Now we go to the next one, which is acyl chloride. Acyl chloride is the combination of carboxylic acid plus HCl. Okay, HCl ataupun ada lagi SOCl2 I think. Okay, but no, HCl. So madam lukis satu ya, CH3 CH2 C double bond O, OH, and then hydrochloric acid. Katakan madam ambil warna purple, HCl for example. So what happened? Condensation happened here, and it will produce CH3, CH2, C double bond O, Cl. Okay, so what is acyl halide? Inilah acyl halides. Okay, this is acyl halide. But the whole this, okay, semua ini, yang semua ini, the whole this kita panggil sebagai acyl, tak nampak. Kita panggil dia sebagai acyl chloride. Ada beza ya? The whole molecule we call acyl chloride, but the functional group, which is yang madam bulatkan biru itu sahaja, itu adalah acyl halide. Anhydride. Anhydride ni macam mana pula? Okay, let's take a look. So anhydride is a product from the combination of two carboxylic acid. Okay, carboxylic acid plus carboxylic acid. So let me show you the example. Okay, sekarang ni madam letak R lah. R could be means apa-apa yang panjang lah ya, whatever whatever hydrocarbon. Alright. So this one, let's see if I write C double bond O, OH. Okay, and then we take another one, H O, C double bond O. Katakan ini R not maksudnya apa-apa R juga lah, apa-apa hydrocarbon tepi tu. So they will undergo condensation to eliminate the water. So they will produce anhydride. So macam mana rupa anhydride itu? R C double bond O, O C double bond O, R not. Okay, so manakah? Okay, kejap. The whole this is anhydride. Okay, the whole this is anhydride. Tapi ini, okay, inilah dia punya functional group. Ini adalah acid anhydride. Itulah dia. Okay, so pause for a moment. You can pause, you can relax, take a deep breath. Cuba buat nota dulu, and then you can continue with the next one. Untuk amine, okay, what is amine? The functional group for amine is amino. So amino, dia ada content N. So as we know, okay, amine it can make 3 covalent bond, okay, up to 4, but at macam basic macam ni dia boleh buat 3. So either with R, with H, or with another H. So this is the amino group. Okay, this is the amino group. Okay, katakan awak ada R, N, and then you have another R, and then you have another H, for example. So your amino is this one. Okay, so kalau all R, N, R, okay, so this one is also amino. So basically N itu sendiri dah jadi amino. Okay, dalam rantai ni N itu sendiri dah jadi amino. Alright. Let's take a look at amide. What is amide? Amide, dia punya functional group adalah carboxamide. So amide ni dia terhasil daripada kacukan, reaction of carboxylic acid with amine. Okay, so Madam bagi contoh CH3, then C double bond O, OH. Okay, lepas tu dia react pula dengan H, N, H, CH3. Okay, ini amine kan, for example. Okay, so sama juga macam explanation sebelum-sebelum ni. These two will undergo condensation. Dia akan buang water, dia akan eliminate water, dan dia jadi apa? Dia jadi ini C double bond O, N, H, CH3. So mana carboxamide? Okay, carboxamide adalah ini. Okay, this is the functional group. Okay, OCNH. This is carboxamide. Okay, tapi the whole molecule is known as amide. So apa beza amine dengan amide? Kalau amine dia cuma ada N, tapi carboxamide dia adalah N yang this N is directly attached to the carbonyl. Ingat kan, si double bond O ini adalah carbonyl. Sebab tu nama dia carboxamide. Okay. Okay, nitril. Nitril ni yang terakhir untuk awak kenal. Okay, nitril tu apa? Nitril tu senang sahajalah. Dia asalkan awak nampak CN, ini adalah nitril. So selalunya macam ni. Okay, RCN. So contohnya CH3, CH2, lepas tu C triple N. So ini adalah dia punya kita kenali dia sebagai cyano. This is the functional group for nitril. Okay, CN. Okay, so kita dah belajar macam-macam jenis functional group kan. Alright, jom Madam tunjukkan apakah bentuk soalan dan macam mana kita nak buat latihannya. Okay, jom kita start. Alright, so we have here the first question. For the following structure, circle and name all the functional group. Okay, so selalunya Madam bagi tips. Okay, kalau yang macam single bond tu, macam contohnya ini semua ni kan. Alamak, cantik lagi kan. Okay, so kalau awak nampak contohnya macam yang ni bukan functional group. Okay, so yang awak tengok macam pelik-pelik sikit tu, itu adalah functional group. Okay, so untuk soalan pertama ni Madam tunjuk dekat awak dulu Okay, salah satu functional group yang ada adalah ini. Okay, and then ini. Okay, ini. Dan juga ini. Okay, so you can refer to your notes to identify what is this. So yang ni, okay, ni sebenarnya C double bond O. Okay, so C double bond O itu apa? Okay, this is functional group carbonyl. Okay, kita selalu tulis carbonyl group. Right? Okay, next kita pergi yang OH. Ini adalah functional group hydroxyl group. Jangan tulis alkohol. Alkohol itu adalah class of compound. Tetapi because this question is asking us about functional group, so kita bagi functional group. Okay. Now this one kita ada COOH. So functional group dia adalah carboxyl group. Senang kan? Okay, last sekali ini. Ini functional group dia adalah macam Madam cakap, jangan tulis double bond. Mesti tulis carbon, double bond. Okay, macam tu. Alright. So, macam ni lah cara kita jawab soalan-soalan yang melibatkan identifying the functional group. Okay, so kita tengok soalan seterusnya. Okay, since Madam dah tunjuk awak pada soalan pertama tadi, okay, how about if you pause the question, pause the video, and then cuba identify apakah functional group yang ada. And then you can see the answer after this, okay? Okay, so what functional group that I found? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Oh, salah. Kalau ini, tengok betul-betul dia adalah NHC double bond O CH3. Okay. Ini kalau awak buka lah, you expand the structure, actually structure dia adalah seperti ini. Maka kalau kita lihat, di sini ada ini kan. Ini adalah amide. So, dia bukan asing-asing. Okay, dia bukan asing-asing. Maknanya, maknanya ini. So, ini adalah 3 functional group yang ada dalam ni. Kalau tadi mungkin awak dapat 4 kan, so jangan risau. Jangan rasa macam, madam, saya salah lah, madam. No, don't feel guilty about that, okay? Awak dalam proses pembelajaran. So, don't worry. So, we have actually 3 functional group. So, this one, functional group known as carboxamide. Okay, yang ini. Okay, functional group sama dengan aromatic ring. Dan ini functional group sama dengan hydroxyl. Alright, there you go. Okay, mari kita cuba soalan seterusnya. Okay, sama juga soalan seterusnya. Awak pause dahulu, awak cuba cari dahulu, and then awak boleh continue untuk tengok jawapan ya. Okay, untuk soalan ni, dia sebenarnya tak banyak pun functional group. Okay, kita mulakan dengan H2N. Kalau awak tengok H2N ni, dia tak ada carbonyl next to it. So, it is stand alone as it is, like this. Okay, next one is this. Ni C tau. So, COC. Later kita identify apa dia. Next one, Tereng, ini. Dan yang keempat adalah ini. Okay, so apakah functional group ini? Functional group sama dengan yang ini adalah karbonil. Ini sama dengan hydroxyl. COC, Clash of Clans. No. Main-main je ya. So ini adalah ether kan. So dia, tapi bukan ether. Dia punya functional group adalah alkoxyl. Alkoxyl. Okay. Dan yang terakhir ini, dia adalah amine. Dia bukan dia bukan amide. Okay. So the functional group for amine is amino. Okay, betul. Now let's take a look at the next questions. Alright, sama juga. Pause, buat dahulu and then tengok jawapan madam. Okay. So, manakah functional group dia? Okay, madam mulakan dari atas. Okay, satu adalah ini. Okay, dua adalah, ni kena hati-hati ya. N connected with C double bond O. So, dia sekali. Okay, dia sekali. Kemudian ini C double bond O tapi dia di tengah-tengah. So, dia bukan di hujung. So, maksudnya dia bukan carboxylic acid ni. Okay. Next, ini. Next, ini. Next, ini. Next, ini. Oh, banyak kali ni kan functional group kita. Adakah awak dapat seperti apa yang madam dapat? Okey, mari kita lihat apakah functional groupnya. Okey, ini madam suka panggil dia OCO. Okey, ini adalah acid anhydride. So, FG dia adalah acid anhydride. Okey. Ini, awak dah biasa nampak dah. This is carboxamide. Okay, kalau OH je apa? Okay, OH sahaja adalah hydroxyl. Okay, and then ini COC. Okay, dia sebenarnya macam carboxylic acid tapi bukan, dia di tengah-tengah kan. So, kalau awak ingat, ini adalah ester. Okay, this is ester. So, kalau ester, dia punya apa ni? Dia punya functional group adalah apa? Carbox. Okay, kejap. Madam tiba-tiba terlupa. Nanti madam balik kan. Sorry, madam terlupa. Okay, yang ni COOH. Functional group dia adalah carboxyl group. Carboxyl group. Ini amine, tapi functional groupnya adalah amino. Manakala ini functional groupnya adalah carbon double. Okay, carbon double bond. Okay, kejap. Okay, Meda dah ingat dah. Ini karbo alkoxil. Sorry lah, Meda terlupa. Okay, ini adalah ester. Functional group dia adalah karbo alkoxil. Alright. If you have any problem, boleh tanya madam, okay? Okay, sebelum kita tamatkan pembelajaran kita dalam video ni, okay, madam nak explain homologous series. Okay, this homologous series is just the same like what you have learned in masa you sekolah secondary school, okay? It is just the same. So, tapi kita refresh balik ya. Dia, it is a series of compound which contain the same functional group and each member differ to CH2 unit. So kalau dia member yang sama tu, kita panggil dia homologs lah. Okay, kita panggil dia homologs. Okay, so homologous series ni dia punya ciri-ciri, of course they share the same general formula, and then also they must have the same functional group. Okay, so you cannot compare with alcohol and alkene. Itu adalah functional group yang berbeza-beza. And then of course, even though they have the same functional group, but since they are increasing in the constant of CH2, so the molar mass also will increase and the physical properties also different. Okay, usually yang paling ringan tu it will be gas, and then as the mass increase, it become liquid and then also become solid. Itu yang disebut sebagai a gradual change in physical properties. Okay, molar mass is very obvious lah sebab dia akan bertambah CH2 by each member. So kita tengok seterusnya. Okay, for example, okay, this is a homologous series for alkane. So methane, ethane, propane, butane, pentane ni semua ni adalah homologs. So they are alkane. Okay, the same general formula. They are the same functional group alkane, but they are differ with CH2. Okay, betul lah. Kalau tengok sini, ni CH4 kan. This one is C2H6. This one is CH4. So differ dia adalah CH2. Setiap dia beza CH2. So propane, butane and pentane. So the number of carbon increase, of course the molar mass also increase. Okay, another example is the homologous series for bukan alkane. This one is alcohol. Nota salah kan? So all of this, methanol, ethanol, propanol, butanol, pentanol, they are all the same homologs. They are homologs. So sama juga, diorang ni pun beza CH2. Kalau tak percaya kita tengok. Ni CH4O. Ini C2H6O. So kalau you tengok beza dia CH2. So they have the same properties. They are alcohol, tapi dia punya mass of course akan makin berbeza. So this is what I said just now, a gradual change in physical properties. Okay, usually those with C1 and C4 they are dalam gas phase. Those in C5 and C17 they are in liquid phase. So usually those molecules that has 18 carbons and onwards, they usually solid phase. But this one untuk pengetahuan awak sahaja. And of course, the molar mass increase, boiling point also increase. Okay, and then another thing, kalau dia punya boiling point increase, and then bilangan carbon makin bertambah kan. So when the number of carbon increase, dia punya what we call this phobic area ni, hydrophobic area dia juga akan meningkat. So it will the solubility in water also decreasing. Alright, itulah contoh-contoh homologous series. Okay, so guys, homologous series hanya untuk ulangan awak sahaja. Tapi yang paling penting dalam video ni, you have to know what is functional groups and how to identify functional groups and class of compound. So there you go. Thank you everyone, and then I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you.